How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to yet another Sporcle Sunday. This week, got a special guest, my friend Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, Kyle? Good to be here, man. Good to be here and put our brains to the test.
You said it. And we got, we'll have two quizzes today. Of course, we have a bonus quiz at the end of the episode, as per usual. But today, we're going to start off right over here. Best of all time NASCAR quiz, the Cup Series best of all time from 1949 to 2025. I'm going to assume this is completely up to date now, but basically, we're going to list the most wins, the most top fives, top tens, lap sled, so on and so forth for all of these categories. Road course wins, restrictor plate wins. Wow, a couple interesting ones here. Ryan Braves made this quiz. Shout out to you, Mr. Braves. Thank you for this. And without further ado, I think we're going to just get right into this. And we have 129 names to get. Actually, probably
in
less.
5 minutes. In 5 minutes. Oof. All right, let's do it.
Some of these are going to be across a lot of these. Like, let's just get Richard Petty out of the way. There we go. 11 right there. Who are you thinking?
Dale Earnhardt, obviously.
Earnhardt.
Also, let's put a junior in there. Let's get junior in there. Let's get a couple. Yep, there we go. Perfect.
Right. I did put junior. I think we only got Dale Jr. for restrictor plates. That makes sense. Also, while we're at it, Denny Hamlin, I'm sure is maybe up here. Jeff Gordon.
Obviously. Let's do Tony Stewart for sure is on here for road courses especially.
Yep. Jimmy Johnson, not for road courses, just in general.
Yep, 10-4. Let's do the man that was on it, Neil Bonnet.
Neil Bonnet could be on here. Oh no,
Ooh, he's not. Wow, I thought he was longer than that. Okay.
Is Kyle Larson in here for lap sled yet? He's in for all-star wins and road course.
And road course. Road course. They keep pumping him up, but hasn't won a road course in the next gen. It's Chase Elliott. Yeah, there you go.
And we got Bill for a couple starts.
And Bill.
All right. I think we have the right strategy. Let's keep talking about people that are really good. Allison, there's going to be at least one of them on here. We got a lot of answers for at least.
Yeah, Allison, Kevin Harvick.
Harvick. Who else?
Yeah.
Wins should be obvious because those are like insane numbers at this point up here. Who could this be? Carl Edwards might be one of these. Not for wins, but for some. Nope.
84. Who's Jimmy Johnson behind right now? Everybody's.
Waltrip.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good one. Yep. There you go. Yeah, that's a good one. That's
also gonna get us Mikey for restrictor plates. I don't even have to check. I'm sure. Oh, actually no. Maybe he's not on here. Oh no, he is. Okay.
Oh, he is. All right.
Ooh, shout out to the car outside my house.
Maybe starts. Maybe the Iron Man, Ricky Rudd.
You know what? Labonte's gonna be on here.
Yeah, perfect.
Who else have made a lot of starts? I'm surprised Michael Waltrip's actually not on starts.
Yeah, real. Oh, Mark Martin.
Duh, Mark Martin. Been around forever. He's gonna be in a lot of these too. Yeah, that gets us top tens.
Ryan Newman for poles. The Rocket Man.
We got him for playoff appearances too. Playoff appearances might be an interesting one. Who's good?
That is an interesting one. Joey Logano is definitely going to be on there for sure.
That's a great point. Joey Logano on here for a lot of these.
Yeah, Joey Logano. I think Brad Keselowski is going to be on here as well for playoff appearances. Yeah. And Ryan Blaney. Yep, good call.
Byron. Nope.
No, I think playoff appearances you're going to see. Maybe no, not Tyler Reddick's too new.
12 playoff appearances. Oh, Matt Kenseth.
Great one. Yes, obviously.
And a 9. That was a little tricky.
It is tricky. I think
maybe let's move to something a little more obvious. Hopefully, potentially these road course wins.
Yeah, road course. So the road course wins are tough because I think like somebody like Tim Richmond could be on here, but it's like
he is on here.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, not a super obvious one. Tim Richmond was a great road racer though. So
Robbie Gordon didn't get this many. So 5
he
or
only
6,
got.
We have to think.
He only got 2. He only got 2. So Robbie Gordon, lover over here.
Juan didn't get this many.
No, he did not.
Only one time I think. Actually, twice.
Marcus Ambrose only got 3. AJ Allmendinger only has 3 as well.
No, okay. For some reason, I thought there might have been a few I was missing.
It's only Indy Road Course and Watkins Glen and the Roval. Exactly.
That's a good point.
Let's see.
We are running out of time. Right. Let's see. There's a 3-time champion we're missing, and that should be a pretty obvious one. You'd think, right?
You would think.
Baker, no. Who else? Waltrip, Yarborough.
Gretz gonna be on there a lot.
Yeah, he was the champion, and he was a lax sled. He was a lot of these. Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
I just got him in one of the last quizzes. Average finish, we're getting cooked on, by the way.
I feel like average finish is gonna be a lot of old timer. Tiny Lund is gonna be on there, maybe.
Tiny Lund.
Ooh, maybe. I mean, look, you gotta think about all the old people in NASCAR 2005, right? So like, Fireball Roberts.
Fireball Roberts. Actually, you know what? You've got a great point. Those eras where like 4 people finished is probably where you're gonna find a lot of those drivers.
I'm seeing Lee Petty
Tim
on the
Flock
top.
on there. There we go.
I'm seeing Lee Petty up there. I'm like, oof, this is gonna be a big one.
Oh wait, yeah, Red Byron would have came up with William Byron. Larson's we already had Larson. Let's see. Restrictor plates. These are gonna bug me. I know these are gonna be pretty obvious people. Who won a lot of these? Eric Almirola, not enough. Dylan, not enough.
No.
Oh, we're cooked. Let's see what we got. 113
yeah,
of 129. Not too bad.
We'll take it. Yeah.
Rusty
Bobby
Wallace.
Isaac.
For lap sled.
Oh,
That's
ooh.
interesting, actually. For lap
I'm
sled.
surprised not putting a Wallace was tough there, considering how many brothers they got.
Dave Marcus, I could have got that if I really thought about it enough. That's on me. Bobby Isaac for poles makes sense. Also,
Dale Jarrett.
Let's get this out of the way real quick. Dick Hutcherson, Rex White, Herb Thomas, Ned Jarrett. We probably could have got too. Joe Weatherly, we could have got, and Dick
my strategy was pretty right on that one. If we had more time, I think we could have gotten a few of those.
Can we talk about how insane it is that Pearson and Earnhardt are on here? By the way, these guys both had very lengthy careers, and their average finish is essentially 11th. That's insane.
I mean, essentially. Especially considering, you're talking about guys up here who are like 60s and 70s, right? Dale Earnhardt raced well into the 90s, right? 11 is an insane finish considering the era.
And he raced, hurt many times. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, super impressive.
That being said, what do we do here? 113 to 106. So we did beat the Sporcle bot, who only took it last year. Shout out to us. What's that going to put us at? 88%. A little above the average. So I think we did well.
I take it.
We're going to pat ourselves in the back and we're going to move on. So we'll see you in the second quiz after the cut. And we're back with our second quiz. And this one's going to be a little bit different. It's NASCAR What If Champions. And what that means, from what I gather at least, is you'll see here, did not play this quiz yet. The bot got a 38 out of 47. But basically, you're going to see right up here, driver, Chase 75 to 03 and an old 04 through present. Basically, what that means is from 1975 at the very start of this quiz up until 2003, we're going to be figuring out whoever the champion was as if they had the 2004 style Chase. And in every year from 2004 until, I guess, 2021, because that's the most recent one on here, we're going to be picking the driver who would have won it if it was just a full season points format the entire time. I think that's going to be pretty interesting. J Sprague 24 gave us this one. Taylor, I don't know how you feel about it, but I think we can get at least 35 here.
I think we definitely could get 35. I mean, my prediction is we get the old 43 Richard Petty number here. I think there's definitely going to be a few, especially in the 80s, that we'll struggle with. But overall, I think, this is a conversation that's talked about a lot in this era of NASCAR. I feel like there's obvious ones here we'll be able to get.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's jump right into it. And you said it yourself. Let's just put Petty in here.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, I think Richard Petty, Kyle Petty is a crazy one. Awesome. Kyle Petty Cup champion would be crazy to say in this day and age. But let's start with the obvious ones. Obviously, Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt, Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch. I think as well somebody that gets talked about a lot being a champion is Martin Truex in 2021. 2017. Interesting.
2017, he was cooking. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Mark Martin.
I think Mark Martin is a good one.
Not on here. Wow.
Ooh, interesting. Denny Hamlin, not a Cup champion, claims he'd be a Cup champion in this day and age. Look at that, Denny.
Nope.
You're not a champion in this format.
Keselowski's still the champion in 2012.
That's a good one. Kevin Harvick would have been a champion in a lot of iterations of this. Yeah, there you go. Four-time champion. Kyle Larson is a good one. Yeah, he did win 10 times that year, so that makes sense.
That's probably Edwards in 2011. It ended 08 too.
That's a good one. 2001. Now that's interesting because Jeff Gordon pretty clearly won the title by a lot too. I remember.
Labonte? No, not
Bobby
quite.
Labonte. That makes sense. 2001. Who else was a strong person? Rusty Wallace, maybe. Pretty strong. Okay, Rusty Wallace is on there.
Sterling Marlin. Wow. That shows
I'm
you
not
how
gonna
good they had it going into 2002, though.
I'm not gonna say it. Not gonna say what happened, but that's a very interesting person to be the champion in 2001. Okay, that's all I gotta say.
We're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna move a little further back. Looks like 1991 is our first year here without one. I'm gonna just guess Harry Gant. Wow.
Harry
Okay.
Gant is a great one, dude. He was ultra consistent. Makes sense.
88. Is that
The
Tim Richmond?
80s. Tim
Nope.
Richmond would be an interesting one. No. See, this is where it gets interesting, right? You got your classic characters like Cale Yarborough on here, right? And Bobby Allison.
Nope.
But like, what? They're not on here. So you get Yarborough yet?
Nope.
Make sure you
Let's do
put
it
that
now.
in.
That's a bunch.
There you
That's
go.
4. He
There
won
you
3
go.
in real life.
So I figured he'd be a lot on here. Yeah, this is
Waltrip.
Oh, it's a good one. That's a
46.
88.
1988
Wow.
is all we got.
88.
Oh, wait, we just forgot him before. He won it in real life. Oh, wait, no, we didn't. He's right here. I was gonna say we forgot Rusty Wallace.
We did forget Rusty. Yeah, I remembered this one. I had to remember.
Could this possibly be Jeff Bodine? No.
It's worth a shout. 88.
Man.
This is tough. This is tough.
So who won the real 88 title is the real question.
See, my NASCAR knowledge stems back to when I was born. That's mid 90s. So 80s and 70s. I know the normal characters, but yeah, we're gonna struggle on the more minute one.
Well, we didn't. I don't think he would have been anywhere close in 88.
Wiki was 92. Yeah. 88 would have been before him. Maybe Bill Elliott.
There you go. Wow.
The awesome Bill from Dawsonville.
This
Love
might
that.
be the first time ever in Sporcle Sunday history we've gotten just straight up 100. So pat on the back for us. Obviously, what did the bot do? 38. We got 47 in 3 minutes, by the way. We had over half the quiz's time left to go. Average score 76. This is an absolute win.
I will say getting Cale Yarborough and Dale Waltrip to fill out a lot of the board in the 70s and 80s made this a lot more attainable, right? I really felt like when we got to the 80s it'd struggle, but seeing Darryl Waltrip pop up there a lot was pretty nice.
That was pretty clutch, and I think we're gonna do something unprecedented in celebration of our first 100 and how quick that went. I think we're gonna do one extra quiz, so we'll be
Let's
right
do
back
it
after the cut. And here's today's bonus quiz. We really don't know what we're getting into. Jenga Jam, thank you for this. Just transparency's sake, I have not set a high score. This is actually a pitiful high score, 14 of 36 for the bot. Granted, 10 years since it's played. Does it say it's been updated? Yeah, last updated in 2019. So, we really don't know much. We know it's trivia, and that's about it. So,
I've never done a Sporcle quiz like this. I've never seen one that's a chain. So, I've done a lot of grab bags. Willing to give it a shot though.
This is a 3-minute quiz. I want to also explain for anybody that might not know. I think the way this works, if I'm not mistaken, it might even show some more info here. Yeah. Answering a question will reveal new questions in the box below or to the right, and you need to get all the way to the bottom right. Okay, so you have to go.
So if we're stuck, we're stuck.
We have to essentially just get all the way across. Yeah. So pretty much.
Oh boy. All right.
We might be cooked.
There's no skips. All right, this is gonna be fun.
I mean, there's skips if you can guess something, but that's gonna be way tougher. What is the largest 2-digit prime number? Oh God. So 99 is 97.
11. Oh no, 19.
Really? No.
All
right, there we go. 97.
Whoa.
We guessed. What company's logo is a
2
swoosh?
digit. Oh,
That's
geez.
Nike.
Yeah.
Professional wrestling jargon. It's the heel. There we go.
Yep. Good call. Good call.
Monopoly board. What space is to the opposite corner of the go? Is that jail?
Yeah, opposite jail. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Was it SI Unit of Energy? Oh, corner opposite. So it'd be like.
What is the last book of the New Testament? I am not really I don't know what that is, so we are unfortunately cooked.
Last book of the New Testament is Revelation.
There we go.
Nice.
If exposed to a thunderstorm, what will Pikachu become? A Raichu, right?
Raichu is right, yeah.
What was the name of the official language?
Oh, Arabic.
Nope.
No.
Iranian?
It's the Masters. Masters is Augusta. U.S. Masters.
Yep.
Okay. What was percussion? What?
Wait, we also didn't say. Oh no, we did. Which house did Harry Potter? That's what's it called?
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
Hufflepuff.
I don't ever watch these.
Man has not done his quiz.
How do you spell it?
I don't know. Griff.
No, fuck.
No. No, it's GRYF. You had it right with Y. FFINDOR. Oh Jesus.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Along with Dominico mix up Hispaniola. What is E and OPEX on for? I don't know. Oh wait, that's wait, that's Haiti, isn't it? No, it's not.
What? No, we don't need that one though. We already have that one.
Do we?
Yes, we already have the one to the right of us.
Oh, that's a great point. Damn.
What does E and OPEX stand for? Jesus Christ. Electric? Sorry.
This is not going well.
This is good.
Oh wait, free space for Monopoly? No, that's not it.
What was Eric? See, the instrument one is crazy.
Dude, I don't even know where that is at this point. There's so much going on everywhere.
Bells and play. That's crazy.
Triangle? No. Tambourine? No.
I was thinking like xylophone. Like I don't know what else it could be.
Oh, we are. It's just over. There's 10 seconds left. I don't think we got another one.
This is tough. This is really tough.
Well,
wow.
I mean, we aren't gonna see what we got wrong because there's
This
a whole lot.
This is a hard one.
Well,
wow. I don't really know what to say. That was crazy. Like, there's a few of these that are super tough. I mean, Iran, like the official language has to be Arabic. That's where I'm stuck on some of these, but yeah. Well,
this shows how little we knew. 22%, way less than the average, which is 43.
Awful.
Very bad performance by us. 8. Ooh. But
we lost to the bot.
We definitely lost to the bot, but you know what? We take the first take here, at least on this channel. So you know what? We're just gonna take the L. We're gonna post our embarrassment out online, and we're just gonna accept it. Really bad performance by us.
Very, very clearly, Kyle. Our NASCAR knowledge, very strong. General knowledge, or whatever this chain is, not very strong. So we need to hone in on our general knowledge and get back to it next time, I think.
Well, this has been another edition of Sporcle Sunday. Thank you, Jonathan, for joining me today. Thank you for watching. 3 quizzes. I think we had some fun along the way. Please follow me. My Twitter and my Instagram will be linked in the bio. They'll pop up on screen in the outro. But until then, deuces.